I'm not even gonna listen to this Kamala's CoKoNutz. That lady's crazy, like I told you. The only option you have if you don't want to go to World War III and you actually want to afford groceries, even in America or whatever, outside of America, she's not gonna be the choice for that. She's not gonna be able to control Putin. She's not gonna be able to control Cuba. She's not gonna be able to control North Korea. She just can't. She's incapable of speaking. She didn't do a press conference for 40 days and 40 nights. What is she doing? Wandering through the desert, thirsting and fasting? Like, what the hell is this? Meanwhile, the other guy does 3 interviews a day, and everybody hates him for it because he's answering questions. Are these people stupid? Like, really? I wish we had like more presidents in South Africa who would actually answer some questions, you know? Yeah, remember. But yeah, anyway, Kamala's CoKoNutz. They got the whole woke liberal machine producing her news and her interviews and her scripts and putting her in the right angle and this and that. They totally erased her history. Like, she's not even known for putting half the people in California in prisons. Most of them were blacks. Many of them were innocent. A few of them even proved their innocence, and she still laughed about it. And then she came out and said straight ahead into the camera, she's doing nothing for black people. Why would she? She told him straight into the camera. And then she went and said, oh, I'm the first Indian senator, you know? And then she provided billions for Indians, for Asian, Indians, Americans, but not for black people. No. She came straight out and said, no. Black people, you know what she did for them? She locked them up, separated the kids, laughed about it, you know? But now she wants everybody to believe she's black. If you look into her history, the people that she comes from, they owned slaves. She wasn't no slave. She doesn't know what that means. She never grew up in actual America. No, she grew up in Canada. This woman is a cosplaying chameleon. Seriously, the worst person ever to actually apply for presidency. Unbelievable. And she didn't even get a single vote. They just put her in there. And this is the same situation in the 1930s in Germany. They got people to turn against each other in their own country. They got foreigners to come in and take over the country. And this all happened by order of liberals, of people in the background who were controlling the world markets. Remember, right after the crash came in 1928 or whatever. After that, people went crazy. 5 years after the crash, he went to power. And remember, they didn't want to put him into power. The Hindenburg, the guy who actually was in charge, told him 3 or 4 times, you're not gaining power. And they had to go to basically terrorize people into that. And even then they didn't get the most votes. They never actually voted for this guy in the 1930s. He just took the power, you know? And this is exactly mirroring the situation in the US today. She never got any votes. She never talked to any press. The whole press is basically a Goebbels situation. Like Goebbels used the media as propaganda machine. Yes. And the other option is the guy who actually is outside talking to people live on video. These people are taping their conversations with him live and putting it on TikTok, Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you get. And what are they doing? They're trying to block this media from people who are 25 years old and who met the president, who were dancing with him. They're trying to block that. Like one guy who actually cares about the youth. Oh my God, these people are crazy. Imagine they had this Kenyan president 3 times, like in this year before the riots broke out. They were there 3 times together with this guy, making plans of how they're going to change the economy in Kenya and what they're going to produce and how they're going to solve the energy crisis and whatnot. And in the end, he introduces the program that they all produced, and it turns out it's going to be on the backs of the youth and the working class, which is ever shrinking, and nobody's actually going to get jobs, and the country's actually not going to produce anything for themselves. They're going to have to import everything because, they got loans. Yeah. I still can't believe it. And the reporting, obviously, because it's Africa, is so poor on it. You have to search for all these pieces, and then you have to read through all these articles, and then you have to read between the lines, and then you have to check the numbers, and then you realize these people are bullshitting us, man. They probably paid this band to sing this nonsense, They've got all these emails that they send out to these people and tell them, yeah, if you do this for us and this and that, then you get this and that, sign this contract, la la la. You're not allowed to talk about it, blah blah blah. You get. They got so few people coming to their rallies. They're always talking about how good she's doing in the polls and whatnot. All these polls are fake. If you look at what's really happening, she's never going to get to the 200 mark. She won't reach it. He's going to absolutely wipe the floor with her. Especially after the debate. She can't answer basic questions. She can't do basic math. She can't speak to kids. She can't speak to teenagers. She can't speak to adults. She can't speak to economists. She can't handle world leaders. Yeah. And her politics are dangerous. When she actually says what she wants or what she intends to do, and everybody's like, whoa. Talk about a Russian agent or spy.